I have some fond memories of the Ninja Gaiden series. The first game in the series I played was actually the reboot for the original Xbox console. It was in 2007 when the first Ninja Gaiden game that originally came out for the NES came to the new Wii Virtual Console. That's when I was first introduced to Ninja Gaiden as a side-scroller hack-and-slash game. The original game was difficult, but I remember playing it for countless hours, learning the patterns of enemies and jumps so I could complete levels. So when I first saw the reveal trailer of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, I was excited to see the series taking a chance at returning to those root mechanics. And after playing the game, I can say with full confidence, they pulled it off. While playing Ragebound, I had all of those good memories of the past games in the series come right back to me. As I once again worked to memorize parts of the stage and all the enemies and platforms I had to traverse in order to get to the end of the stage. Ragebound features a new HD pixel art look that is reminiscent of the 8-bit era of the series. The art is probably one of the strong parts of this game. It just looks beautiful throughout, with the details on every level, character, and demon being incredible. It's a great return to the series that feels modern while taking homage to the series it once was. Even featuring some familiar faces from the franchise, but mostly introducing a new cast of characters to play as. You play as the young ninja Kenji Mozu, who is a pupil of Ryu from the original game series. Ryu has left the village to fulfill his father's dying wish by going to America. This leaves Kenji by himself when the barrier between the human and demon world is destroyed. With the barrier gone, demons invade the human world and start destroying the Hayabusa Village. Kenji takes it upon himself to stop the demon army and find a way to seal the barrier once more. Happening at the same time, the Black Spider clan also notices the new demon threat and sends Kumori to grab the power of the demon using the Tamashii Kunai, a weapon capable of trapping an enemy's soul, allowing the wielder to use their power. She is, however, caught off guard and left dead by the demons. Kenji equally finds himself in a similar position after a fight with one of the demons that escaped the barrier. The two run into each other, both without any other options. Kenji uses the Tamashii Kunai on Kumori, thus trapping her soul in Kenji and allowing him to use her power. The unlikely pair then work together to fight the various demons that have come to the human world and work to find a way to put the barrier back together. The story overall is conveyed in brief scenes and some dialogue between the characters in between the chapters. It keeps things very simple. Most of the interesting parts of the story come from the relationship and banter between Kenji and Kumori. It's a simple story with some good twists and dialogue. The main focus of this game, however, lies in its gameplay. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a return to form, as I said before. The game touts simple controls that are easy to grasp, but hard to master. For the platforming part, you have simple jumps, wall climbs, and the guillotine boost that allows you to jump off of enemies. Using the guillotine boost, you can bounce off enemies to reach even higher spots or further away areas of the stage. When enemies are attacking, you got a couple options you can use. You can use a quick dodge to get out of the way of danger, you can counter projectiles with the guillotine boost, or you can use one of your attacks to deflect away projectiles. When it comes to attacking enemies, you have a close range and a long range attack. Using Kenji's sword, you can attack nearby enemies by slicing through them. And using Kumori's kunai, you can attack far off enemies from a distance. The combination of these attacks paired with a large variety of enemies you come across allows you to take on the different challenges of the stage. Added to this is the Hyper Force Strike, which gives your attacks more power to cut through larger enemies or shields. You can activate this by defeating an enemy with a glow around them to gain it, or sacrifice some health in a situation where you need some extra power. The game takes great detail to give you all the enemies you need in the right places to speed through the level. Placing enemies with a perfect distance, a guillotine boost across a passage or up to a hidden item, and setting up power-ups in perfect scenes to slash through demons and continue on your adventure, which feels so satisfying to pull off when you manage to do so. The smooth gameplay that allows for these combos is by far one of my favorite parts of the game. There are also demon altars, which provide time challenges to navigate as Kumori. These are used to get past blockades in the level or access hidden collectibles. Each stage has multiple collectibles that can be found in these demon altars or just hidden around the map. While none of these will prevent you from progressing, some of them, like scarab beetles, can be used to purchase additional weapons and abilities, which you may need in order to get through some of the stages, as they can be quite challenging. And even when you manage to beat a stage, sometimes it's not really over, as there is a boss battle waiting for you at the end. After finishing the platforming of a stage, sometimes you'll find one of the more powerful demons waiting for you at the end. Each boss is entirely unique with its own set of moves and attack patterns that you need to learn to defeat it. This is where the real challenge of the game comes from, and in my opinion, it's one of the most fun parts. The artwork and designs for each boss is entirely unique. There's no color swaps or repeats of bosses to be found in Ragebound. Each has their own pattern of attacks that you'll need to memorize and be prepared to dodge so you can find the opening to attack yourself. It usually took me about 3 to 4 times to get used to a boss's attack pattern in order to stand a chance of defeating them. But even if you know all the attacks and when to dodge, the game does get to points where there is so much going on it feels like overload. But with some patience, you can start weaving around demons' attacks, chipping away at their health, until you finally get to that kill screen and take a sigh of relief that you did it. The boss battles are by far the most thrilling part of the game, and that feeling of beating them is so satisfying. While it may not be as difficult as the original NES game, I still found there to be quite a bit of challenge in this game. Ragebound is a fantastic return to the hack-and-slash platforming genre. I had a ton of fun with this one, and it brought back a lot of the memories of those past games. The controls are pretty simple to understand and learn, but don't let that fool you. The platforming and enemies in your path can get really complicated as the game progresses. The difficulty gets pretty high towards the end of the game as well. I would say the game has a pretty steady difficulty curve. Every level slowly introduces new enemies and challenges you need to overcome, but by the end, it starts throwing everything at you, and if you aren't ready, you will find yourself respawning at a checkpoint a lot. Even with that, though, the game is fairly short. My total playthrough of this game came in at around just about 5.5 hours. There is some replayability, though, with the stages. Each stage has collectibles to find and challenges for you to complete, as well as a scoring system that grades you based on how quickly you finish the level, how many enemies you defeated, and your max combo. So there's definitely some room to go back and play levels that you've already completed. With all that said, I give Ninja Gaiden Ragebound a 4 out of 5. It gives some great challenges for anybody looking to tackle it. And the level of detail in this game is to be admired, from the simple controls to the insane boss battles and the amazing pixel art designs throughout the game. It's exactly the kind of game I wanted when I first saw it revealed. But hey, let us know in the comments what you thought of the game. You can also check out a Let's Play of the demo I did with Mike right here on the Bickering Nerds YouTube channel a little while back. If you have suggestions for other games you think I should play, let us know as well. Until next time, this has been Brad with the Bickering Nerds.